Hi everybody, this is O.V.Gilberto. Welcome you once again to my second lesson of learning chords. And before I do anything, I remind you, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Just click that red button on your right, don't forget, and make sure you can capture with me everything that we are trying to do. And today I'm going to be teaching about a little bit advanced chords, which are 7th chords on the bass. Now, if you learned from my lesson 1, so I hope you can advance to this next lesson and you see what you can do. Now, 7th chords are the most common chords used in different genres of music, especially in jazz world and maybe pop too, So the 7th chords have that extension of the note 7, I would say, maybe. Not really extension, but it's a chord which has more than 3. It's strictly for if it's just a major 7th or dominant 7th, there will be only 4 notes. So from the major triad, now we move to 4 notes. But still, like I told you on bass, we shall play like 3 notes. We're not after those kind of business of guitars playing so many chords, notes within a chord. Of course, rules observed, doubling the 5th or the 3rd, depending, you know your music theory. Now, today, we are going to try, number 1, we are going to learn a major 7th chord. A major 7th chord, you know, the formation is 1, root, 3rd, 5th, and then 7. If I play the arpeggio, is that. So the chord is a little bit heavy, but with this register, I told you I'll not demonstrate my lessons on this register. It's too low. But here, so that is C, E, G, B, natural, because it's a major 7. So if I play this chord, I'll take root, which is C, the 3rd, which is E, and the 7, which is B. That's what I would play as a major 7. Something like that. And then this is on the string A as the root. So string A, sample use this finger, sample use this finger, but I use this finger. Fingers 2, 1, 4. So if you're to play the C major 7th in another shape, that is C in the E string. Very sorry, the bass I'm using is a 5 string, but my illustrations will be more of a 4 string bass. So the E, which is this register here, fret number 8. Fret number 8. So if I play this, sounds a little bit like this. So which is C, 7, B, and then 3rd, E. But assume I play that this is C, and I want a G major 7th, for example, or F. Let's talk of F major 7th. So if this is C, 4 is F, is here, right here. So I will play F, I play this, which is F, E, and then A. So C major 7, you can look at my fingers. C, I'm in the 13th fret, I'm in the 15th fret. Then F on the 13th fret, F. So if I want to, so that is that's generally major 7th in 2 shapes. I've shown you 2 shapes. Now let's move to the next chord, which is going to be a dominant 7th chord. A dominant 7th chord means root, 3rd, 5th, and flat 7 this time. So if we're still in the same position, the 15th fret, root, 3rd, 5th, flat 7. This was 7, flat 7, move half step. So C, dominant 7th, I'll take root, which is C, 3rd, which is E, and flat 7, which is B flat. So I played this chord as a C dominant 7. If I want it in another shape, let's say I want a G as a G dominant 7th. So G is here. This is when I'm here. But what if I wanted a dominant on this string? So this will be G. This is my finger, root, which is root, flat 7, and then 3rd. Root, flat 7, 3rd. So those are the two shapes. C dominant 7, G7, F7. Yeah. Number 3, we're going to look at C minor 7th chord. A C minor 7th chord, that is root. Minor means root, flat 3, 5. If it's a triad, if it's a minor 7th, it's root, flat 3, 5, flat 7. So minor 7th is the same as dominant 7th, but flat 3. So if you still remember dominant 7th, which is this, but flat 3, this was the 3rd, push this finger here. So this was dominant 7, it becomes minor 7th. I do like this. Root, flat 3, flat 7. So this becomes a C minor 7th chord. If I want a G minor 7th on this string, so it will take the same shape, but this time move this finger in front. So it becomes, which is root, flat 7, G, F, and then B flat. This will be G minor 7. So we have learned two shapes of minor 7 there. But if you're here, something you can play around with. And then our second last chord is a dominant 7 sus4. This is a very tricky chord that many people play on so many songs you can think of. So C, I'll play this on, I show you one shape here, because sus4, 7, like let's say in this shape here. If I want a sus4 and it's a G, let's say G sus4 in this shape, if it was C, it would be here. This is minor, but I want a sus4. So sus4 is root 4 and then 7 and 5. Those are the notes, root 4, 5, 7. So if I play G, I have to first of all know G is sus4. So this note here is the 3rd. This is the flat 3, flat 7, sorry. So if I play, this is G. This is dominant, not sus4, just dominant. But dominant sus4 will be, I put the note the 4th. So here I'm not playing the 3rd in this chord because I told you the idea of bass. So I can resolve it to a G7. So sus4 resolves to a dominant. So this is sus4. That sound. This is dominant. Yeah, you must be knowing your fretboard very well. If you still have problems with fretboard, you need to go back and do many exercises. And very soon I'll be bringing you other exercises that can help you learn how to master your fretboard using things like circle of fourth or circle of fifth, and so many other exercises, finger exercises that you can do. So have a nice time. Thank you for listening.